Guys, I'm just coming out of this gorgeous custom build here in Prosper, Texas. You want to know the most special thing about it? I'm here in a gated community. That's right. Prosper is made up of 43 subdivisions, only 10 of which are gated. And today we're going to talk about my favorite 3 gated communities in Prosper, Texas. Let's do it.
TommyWooten.com, woo, woo. TommyWooten.com, woo, woo. TommyWooten.com, woo, woo.
Guys, we are here in the Montclair, okay? We are on the northeast corner of Prosper Trail and Preston Road here in Prosper, Texas. There are 5 attributes that I want to go over with you as we talk about these 3 gated communities in Prosper, Texas today. The first of which is the age of the home. The second is the amount of acreage that it sits on, the lot size. The third of which is the home builders that either built out the community or are currently building in the community. All right. The fourth one is the HOA dues. And the fifth one is going to be the current homes on the market. All right, guys, let's get into the age of the homes here in the Montclair. We are talking about a community that was started in the 2020s, all right? Maybe the late 2010s, around 2019, 2020. The size of the lots that they build here in the Montclair, that's gonna be around 1/3 of an acre all the way up to an acre, with exception to old Deion Sanders' house, all right? That sits on far more acreage and has a giant pond in the back. It's a completely different home than the rest of these homes that were built here. And even though it's a part of the Montclair, it's kind of the anomaly here in the community. That home, I've been on the inside, is more than 26,000 square feet and has every type of room that you could imagine: a gym, a bowling alley, and so forth and so forth. The builders that, spider breeding season, and they are everywhere. What the heck? The builders that you can expect to see that have pre-owned homes and new construction here in the Montclair are going to be Crescent Estates and Our Country Homes. The Homeowners Association dues here in the Montclair are $4,200 annually. And although there are no community amenities to speak of, you are talking about a gated community, which is an amenity all on its own. And the current homes on the market include the home that I just came out of, built by Our Country Homes, and is currently being marketed for $1,575,000. Guys, if you like Prosper, if you love Prosper, if you want to see more Prosper content, hit that like button. Be sure to stay to the end of the video so we can talk about living in a gated community here in Prosper, Texas, because I got to tell you one thing. We've got beautiful communities on the video today, but there's other communities outside of these gated ones that are as beautiful, if not more beautiful, than the ones that we're seeing. So why the need for gated communities? We'll talk about it. All right, guys, before we move on to the second community, I want to welcome you all to my channel. Tommy Wooten here, putting the Wooten Real Estate. I tell you all about life in and around Dallas-Fort Worth. We got a lot of Prosper, Texas content going on right now. If you're looking for representation, click the link in the comment section or the description below. But if you are not, that's fine. If you're working directly with a builder, or maybe you're not even moving, hit the like button. It'll really help out the channel. All right. So we are in the second community. This is Parkside. Parkside is a beautiful community right on Coit Road between First Street and Prosper Trail. You'll have to forgive me. Like in North Texas, we got spider breeding season. And so there's just silk flying around. Are there any other places in America that have this crap? Because I'm born and raised here and I don't like it. First, let's start off with the age of Parkside. Parkside began its development in the 2010s and it wrapped up its development in the 2020s. The size of the home sites in Parkside are about 1/4 of an acre and they go up to 1/2 of an acre. Now, the builders that help put Parkside together, some of the most popular, you've got pre-owned Highland Homes in here. You've got pre-owned American Legend Homes and pre-owned Drees homes in here as well. Okay, look at this, coming in for a landing. I mean, you don't see that every day. The HOA dues in Parkside are around $1,600 to $1,700 a year. There's no community amenities really to speak of, like playgrounds, but there is this giant park in the middle of the community that we just saw these, what are those, geese? Are those mallard duck? Yeah, I'm not really good. Oh, here's a couple of stragglers. Oh, that's a different click. Are they not? Are they come? Oh yeah, same click. Sheesh. Nature can be so beautiful sometimes. Where was I at? HOA. Yeah, homeowners association. There's not playgrounds or anything like that, but you got these parks with these massive duck ponds or fishing ponds, and these walking trails are just beautifully maintained. And it's such a quiet community. It's lush. It's just really quaint. Now, as far as homes on the market here in Parkside, right now there's 6 homes on the market, and they range between $975,000 and $1,375,000. The days on market is kind of all over right now. We're in fall 2024, so a little bit higher than we're used to, but that's the inventory here in Parkside. All right, guys, let's move on to our last community. All right, guys, here we are in our third and final community here in Prosper. And I want to welcome you guys to stay to the end of the video, because we're going to talk about Prosper, Texas, and why having a gated community is either completely necessary or not necessary at all. All right, guys, so we are in Christie Farms right now. We are on the far east side of Prosper. We are on Custer Road between Prosper Trail and Frontier Parkway. And this community is beautiful. We are talking homes that were built in the 2010s and construction here wrapped up in the 2020s. The home size here in Christie Farms range from 1 acre and go up to more than 3 acres, which we'll talk about this home behind me. It's on the market right now. Speaking of the homes in specific, this community was built out by J. Anthony Homes, Dave R. Williams, and there may have been another custom builder or two within the community, but we are talking all custom homes here. And you can kind of tell that's the feel of the community. Here in Christie Farms, the HOA is $575 a quarter. No playgrounds, again, no community pools. Again, we are talking a community that is meticulously maintained. It's kind of got these rolling hills. It's got great terrain and a creek that runs through the middle of the community. So you really feel the warmth in the community thanks to the terrain. We talk about that because honestly, DFW is pretty flat. It's hard to find a good community with lots of terrain in it. Now, the last thing that we want to talk about are the 3 homes that are on the market right now in Christie Farms. They range between $2,495,000 and $3 million. So there's a lot of value here on the east side of Prosper, and Christie Farms is a beautiful gated community. Now, guys, I want you to tell me what your main reasons are below for wanting a gated community. Drop a comment below. I'm curious to hear what you're thinking about. But let's talk about the 3 reasons that we all kind of know people want to be in a gated community. It has to do with privacy. You may be asking, well, Tommy, how private is the community if you don't live there and you got in? Guys, I'm a realtor. I've got my resources. I got ways to get in. All that being said, privacy is probably the main reason that people would want a gated community. But I gotta say, here in Prosper, if that gives you peace of mind, wonderful. We've got 43 subdivisions, only 10 of which are gated, and Prosper is one of the safest suburbs that you are going to find in the state of Texas. Another reason that you might want a gated community has a lot to do with what I just said. We are talking about a rare commodity. Rarity is what helps you to stand out in a buyer's market. But I'm curious to hear from a lot of you that live in a gated community. We live in a different day and age where Amazon is a regular. Is it getting kind of inconvenient to always have to relay your gate code to a different Amazon driver, or if you live here in DFW, Tiff's Treats Cookies. Is it kind of a pain? Like, is it all that it used to be? I would imagine if you live in a big city and you live in a gated community, I see lots of value in that. But when you live in a safe suburb already and you have a gated community on top of that, is it still worth it? You guys let me know if you're experiencing that. Guys, if you want to know a little bit more about Prosper, I've got a Prosper Texas playlist that I really want you to check out.